Imagine paying hundreds of dollars for a dish. That might kill you. A food so dangerous, it was banned by Japan's emperors more than once. So risky, chefs train for years before they're allowed to serve it. Yes, you heard that right. This is fugu, the pufferfish that turned from poison into prestige. A dish once eaten in secret by daring samurai, now plated in fine dining restaurants for curious elites. So why do people still chase it? And how did a meal wrapped in fear become one of Japan's proudest traditions? The pufferfish doesn't look like much until it puffs up, and inside its organs lies tetrodotoxin, a natural poison that's hundreds of times stronger than cyanide. It has no smell, no taste, and no known antidote. But here's the twist. The fish isn't born poisonous. It becomes toxic by eating tiny sea creatures that carry the deadly bacteria. Nature gave the pufferfish this defense to send a clear message: stay away. In ancient Japan, during the Tokugawa era, fugu was banned by law. Too many accidents, too unpredictable. Even the emperor was forbidden to eat it. But in the shadows, people defied the law. Samurai warriors were said to test their courage by eating fugu. Fishermen shared preparation tips in secret, and coastal towns in western Japan became quiet hubs of underground fugu cooking. For them, fugu wasn't just a meal, it was a dare, a statement, a thrill, and that rebellious spirit never truly vanished. As Japan modernized, fugu didn't disappear. It evolved into an art. Today, only chefs with a special government license can prepare it. They trained for years, learning to identify and remove the toxic organs with surgical precision. Each dish is carefully tested, certified, and plated with care. And while strict standards have made it much safer, that whisper of risk, it still lingers. And that's part of what makes fugu so prized. You don't just eat it, you surrender to the experience. A full fugu meal in world-class restaurants can cost between $200 to $300. It's often served in elegant kaiseki courses, or sliced so thin it looks like glass. But not all fugu meals are created equal. At mid-range restaurants in Japan, a full course might cost $75 to $225, while simpler lunch sets can be found for around $45 to $75. It may sound strange, but many people choose to enjoy fugu during celebrations, New Year's feasts, year-end company parties, bonenkai, milestones like retirements or anniversaries, formal banquets and welcome farewell dinners. Why? Because fugu is considered a once-a-year luxury, a rare treat meant to mark a special occasion. Restaurants across Japan promote seasonal fugu packages, often including multi-course menus, private dining rooms, and all-you-can-drink options. Because fugu is more than just food. It's about trust in the chef. It's about experiencing something forbidden, yet perfectly legal. Still, the government remains cautious. Every few years, headlines emerge. Someone tried to prepare fugu at home, and it didn't end well. That's why fugu remains tightly regulated, and rightfully so. Fugu doesn't rely on bold flavors. It's subtle, clean, slightly chewy. You may not even like it, but that's not the point. The appeal isn't in the taste alone. It's in the ritual, the precision, and the unspoken tension behind each bite. It's a reminder of how close food and danger once were, of how a dish can be shaped by discipline, courage, and culture. Fugu is not just something you eat, it's something you witness, you trust, you remember. Fugu began as a forbidden gamble, a test of bravery in secret coastal kitchens. Today, it stands as a symbol of Japanese precision, patience, and pride. A dish once feared, now revered, all because someone, somewhere, decided the risk was worth it.